Hi guys, Caltrix here. As you may have noticed, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes hadn't had a lot of content recently, especially PvE wise, and as I like to interact with you guys and by making videos, but I just don't have enough content to do it on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I will start covering another game which is called Teamfight Tactics. So this game is made by Riot Games, which you may know from League of Legends. And so Teamfight Tactics will be coming to mobile in March, but it's already playable since June of last year on PC and Mac. So this game is fully free to play, you don't have to buy anything, the only thing you can buy is cosmetics, and they won't help you to win in any way. So what is Teamfight Tactics? It's a strategy game of a type that is called auto chess. So the principle is quite simple. When you launch the game, you are matched with 7 other players. Everyone starts at 100 health, and each round you will set units on your board that you can see there, and then your unit will auto battle. Hence why it's called auto chess. You don't control the battle, and if your units win, then your opponent will lose health, and if you lose, then you will lose health. If you reach zero health, you are dead, and your goal will be to stay alive as long as possible. So there are 2 game modes. First one is a normal mode, so there won't be any stakes. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Doesn't matter. And then there is a competitive ranked mode, in which you will need to be amongst the last 4 players to die if you want to gain points. If you are amongst the first 4 players to die, then you will lose points, and you will gain or lose points more if you are closer to either end. So if you are first one to die, you will lose a lot of points. If you are last one to die, you will gain a lot of points. Now, as I told you, to win rounds you have to set units, but to get units you need to buy them, and you can buy them in the shop that you can see there, and to buy them you will need gold. So to get gold, you get 5 gold per round, no matter what, and then you can get some extra gold if you are win streaking or lose streaking, which means that if you lost a lot of rounds in a row, or won a lot of rounds in a row, you will get some extra gold. And another way to get more gold is to save money. So if you have every 10 gold you have saved, you will gain 1 more gold up to a maximum of 5. So if you have 50 gold, you will get 5 more gold at the end of the next round. If you have 70 gold, you will still gain 5 because you can get more than 5. Okay, now you have gold. What can you do with it? Well, you can buy units or champions. I will call them indifferently units or champions. Be warned. So you can buy them for the price they cost. Or if you don't like what's in your store, you can refresh your store for 2 gold, which will put 5 new units in your store that you can then buy. And the last thing you can do is buy experience. So what's the point of doing that? When you start the game, you are at level 1, and every round you will gain 2 experience passively. But you might want to level up faster. Why? Because the amount of units you are allowed to set on your board is equal to your level. So if you are level 3, you will be able to put 3 units. If you are level 7, you will be able to put 7 units. Okay, so more units is generally better. So being higher level earlier can be good for that. But being higher level doesn't have only this advantage, it also unlocks higher tier units. Units are divided into 5 tiers, going from tier 1 to tier 5. Tier 1 units cost 1 gold, tier 5 units cost 5 gold, you get the idea. And higher tier units are locked until you reach a certain level. Okay, every time you refresh your store or you have a new store at a new round, you will have 5 random units that will appear, and the probability of them to show up is tied to your level. So being higher level means that 1, you will have better units, and 2, they will have more chance to show up in your shop. Now, for any given unit, you should know that there is a fixed amount of them. So tier 1 units, you will find more of them than tier 5 units, but even for tier 1 units, there isn't an unlimited amount of them. And what is important is that the amount of available units is common to all the players. So if you have 3 players going for the same unit and 1 starts buying them, then the other ones will have less chance to find them, which shows you that there is another reason to level up before the others, so that you can buy the unit first and have them for you. Now you might be wondering, why would I buy several times the same unit? Well, it's simple. Units have a level. Okay, so when you buy it, it's level 1, and it's cheat basically. It's really bad. It doesn't have a lot of health, doesn't hit hard, dies fast. Not good. But when you buy several copies of it, you can level it up. When you buy 3 times the same champion, it will go from level 1 to level 2. And if you have 3 level 2 of a champion, then it becomes level 3, which is the maximum level you can have a unit at. And level 3 is really powerful, but really hard to get by. So usually you can win games with only level 2 units, but if you only have level 1 unit, then you will lose. Okay, so when someone starts buying a unit, he will buy often at least 3 of it, and so it can really become harder for you to get the unit if you're late compared to him. Alright, so that's for the basics of the units and how you get them. Now, the units themselves, they all have a basic attack and an ability. In order to perform their basic attacks, they will need to be in range to attack. So some units are melee units, so they will need to move closer to the enemy before attacking. Others are ranged, so they will be able to attack right away. And regardless of that, when they use their basic ability, they will deal physical damage and they will gain some mana. And when they get to full mana, they can cast their ability, which will be doing magic damage, similar to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, physical and special damage. Okay. In addition to that, so having a basic attack and a special ability, each unit has at least one class and one attribute. And if you have enough units of the same class or the same attribute, you will get extra bonuses for just the units of this class or for everyone on your board. So for example, I told you physical and magic damage. Well, there is a class called Wardens. If you have enough of them, they will get bonus armor, so they will take reduced damage from basic attacks. And there is another class called Mystic. If you have enough of them, everyone in your team will take less magic damage. And then I told you you needed mana to cast spells. Well, there is a class called Ocean. If you have enough of them, they will give bonus mana to everyone in your team passively, so that they will cast their spell earlier. And there is a ton of other classes, but I won't be presenting them here because I don't want the video to be 40 minutes long. But I will be doing it later in another video. And now finally, to complete your team, so you have characters that hopefully have some synergy between them, and you can make them even stronger by giving them items. So the items, you have 9 base items that I won't be detailing here either, but you have 9 base items that you can combine together, either twice the same item or 2 different items. They all can combine together to form a total of 45 advanced items, I would say, that in addition to the base stats that each component gives, will have a special effect. For example, if you combine a sword, which gives more damage to your basic attacks, with an armor, which gives more armor, so resistance to physical damage, you obtain a Guardian Angel, which will allow your character to revive when he dies. And that's just an example among many others, but that's the idea. Okay, you get the basic stats, and in addition to that, you get a special effect. So the question is, how do you get items? Well, there are 2 ways to get items. One that is random, and the other one that is also random, but not so much. Let me explain. So the first one, so you have a lot of PvP rounds, but sometimes you have PvE rounds, player versus enemy, controlled by the AI. And so if you manage to kill these enemies, they will have a chance to drop either gold or an item. The problem is that sometimes you do a PvE round, you get 0 items. Sometimes you get a lot of items, but not the ones you wanted. Okay, and so to get the item you want, there are a few rounds that are called carousel, as you can see one here. Okay, 9 champions circling around, and each of them has 1 item with them. So you will have to run to them, select one before someone else takes it, and then you will get the champion with the item above his head. Now, how do you get the item? Once an item is equipped to a champion, you can't unequip it. It's not like mods in Star Wars. You can't just remove it. The only way you can take the item back is to sell the unit, and when you sell it, then the item will pop, and you will be able to equip it to someone else. Okay, so at the carousel, you might have to decide between, do I want to choose a character because I need this character in my team, or do I want the item, and so I will sell the character and take the item for someone else. And that's it for today's video. I will come back to different aspects of the game in greater details in upcoming videos, but I wanted first to show you the game in general, give you a good overview of how it worked, before delving into greater details. I will probably live stream it on my channel from time to time, ideally once a week, but I don't know yet. So stay tuned and let me know in the comments if you tried the game and if you liked it. I will put a link in the description to a download site, or you can just type Teamfight Tactics in Google and you will find it easily enough.